Thank you for joining us. We're looking at a site that does not sell products but wants to drive you to their distributors. They've done some things right, and the focus of this short session is not to fix the entire page, but to mention one critical piece that you and I can apply in our other websites and that perhaps will help them get greater results. Often we try to do the right thing. In fact, we succeed in selecting the right piece of information, but we don't use it in the right way. This site is an example of that. Let's look at how they are saying some of the right things, but not saying them in a way that can truly be heard, and thus it's hurting their conversion rate. First of all, they mentioned that they've been in business since 1991. That's an excellent point. It implies a conclusion, and remember, the goal of the marketer is not to make a claim, but to foster a conclusion. You might conclude from that they've been around a long time. Perhaps I can trust them. They're solid. And that's the sort of conclusion you want people to draw. And you can strengthen that conclusion with another piece of information, and that is that 18 auto manufacturers recommend them. Now that again is strong, and it starts to build on that trust piece. Along with that, you might add a third piece, and that is that they show detailed diagrams of their products with supporting information, and it starts to feel like this could be a place that could or has the solution I'm looking for. That would all be true if that's the message people got. But just because we say it doesn't mean they hear it. And let me explain. Many of us are committing the same errors that we see here. That 1991 point is made above the fold, and in doing so, most don't even see it. When I say above the fold, it's above the fold, it's above the eye path. Most of us get caught looking at that big visual image, and if you were to put a heat map on this site, you'd see that's the case. People aren't even reading it. They don't know it's there. The same thing can be said for the 18 auto manufacturers. And by the way, if you have 18 auto manufacturers that recommend your product, why don't you use this homepage to show me those people talking about it? Give me the brands. Tell me what they're saying about your product and strengthen the message. Instead, what you've done is you have put a slideshow in front of me. I'm not here to see a slideshow, and by the way, once I start to look at something and get interested, it shifts before I can even finish reading what I was interested in. So instead of attracting me, it repels me. Now, are you saying good things about the products? Yes, you are. But are you saying it in the right way? No, you're not. So let's think about that for a moment. Make certain that if you say something essential and vital, that you get it in the eye path. Number two, if you have a statement like the one that was made about the 18 auto manufacturers, and there's a way to intensify its force, then do so, and do so with 3 points. Specificity, for one thing. Use information that is very specific, and quantification. If there is a numerical statement that you can say that has a quantifiable number, emphasize it. If you're going to make a qualitative statement about this site, then let someone else make it for you. By combining those 3 elements to the message that's trying to be communicated, you could have far more impact. We teach some of this in our program at the University of Florida. And one of the things that we have to learn is that it's not enough to say the right thing. You have to say it in the right way. So think about these points, and we're going to look at another site soon and show you again examples of how people are doing this right so that you can compare the two.